Okay, so now that you know what this transit is all about, let's go right ahead, get into the reading, and we're going to start with Scorpio, okay? All right, so Scorpio, how is this? Let's see, Scorpio, how should we frame this question? I think we should say something like Scorpio, it has to be about the transit. So how is this transit, let's say, going to affect your love life? Okay, let's say that, right? Because that's what everyone wants to know. How's this transit going to affect Scorpio's love life? Okay, so we're looking at a time frame of September 22nd, November 4th. However, this time frame can even start a little before, and even, there's like a retroactive period. How's this going to affect my Scorpios, my Scorpianas? All right, we've got the Hanged Man here, Piscean energy. You could be dealing with a Pisces or have it in your chart. Nine of Swords. Okay, there's that intensity. There's that intensity. That's that getting to the truth business right there, okay? We've got the Star and the Page of Wands here. So what I see is, a period of, going deep within with the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man, if you don't know this already, is someone who's putting himself into a relatively uncomfortable situation so that he can come to some sort of truth. Exactly what the transit is supposed to do. Okay. So, so Scorpio, you're probably during this time, which is all of now until November, you're going to be looking at your life and maybe seeing where you need to change, where you need to release, what sacrifices you need to make in order to kind of live your best life. During this time, you may go into a type of depression. You may stay off on your own a bit, and you may even really want to, you may be really stressed out. You may have sleepless nights going over all of whatever may be stressing you out concerning love, because this is a love reading, okay? But you know what this is going to do? It's going to give you a brighter outlook. It's going to, maybe bring some healing to you. And then you're going to be really excited to go for what you want. And this represents passion, okay? But it represents passion at its inception, a brand new way of seeing things. All right, so let's start clarifying so that we can learn more about this. Remember, guys, if this reading is not for you, don't take it. If it doesn't resonate, it's not your reading. And if it's flipped, go ahead and flip it, okay? The Hanged Man. For the Hanged Man, we have the Four of Pentacles. You know what I see here? I see you maybe looking at your financial situations concerning relationships. Also, I see you, just holding on a lot here. Okay, maybe there's something that you're trying to hold on to that isn't quite working in your life, and the transit may end up showing you, let this thing go, okay? All right, let's keep going. Nine of Swords. For the Nine of Swords, we've got the Hanged Man. There's something you need to sacrifice. Scorpio, it might be a way of behaving. It might be a person. There's something that you need to let go of because it's holding you back and it's causing you stress. It is holding you back. When you hold on to something that is not meant for you or a behavior that's not meant for you, good morning, Lori, welcome. When you hold on to something that's not meant for you, it's gonna put you at a standstill, okay? The Star. Ugh, Five of Swords. Okay, so that's two cards of, serious Aquarius energy. Five of Swords is not a fucking joke, okay? Five of Swords is an all-out fight, brutality, really, okay? After the Star, how interesting. Page of Wands. For the Page of Wands, we've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Swords. Some of you, with this Star card and the Five of Swords here, some of you may have gone through something sort of devastating. So in a love situation, something that maybe surprised you, you didn't see coming. And I think you may even be shocked at how much this thing affected you, okay? Maybe you, with the Queen of Swords here, I feel like there's somebody you were dealing with that maybe put the brakes on something, or maybe, set some sort of boundary with you. And that boundary kind of jolted you, Over here, I think you like it. To be honest with you, I think you like the boundary, and I think it's making you feel like, hey, this person that set this boundary with me, I want to cycle with them. It's in a way, maybe it kind of woke you up. I don't know. Let's keep going. Five of Swords, please. Or this will happen, Five of Swords. That's why all the cards are coming out backwards, because they're backwards. Five of Swords. Hey, Kimmy, welcome. We're on Scorpio now. Yeah, strength. Wow. I feel like something was illuminated to you, Scorpio. Now, if this is flipped, go ahead and flip it, because I think some of you are going to get really upset with me here. But I think what might have been illuminated to you here was a strong propensity to be abusive in a relationship, okay? Now, like I said, if this is flipped, flip it. Or, you know, to be really defensive in a relationship, to push another person away, even though you have really strong feelings for them. Guys, let me know if this resonates, okay? It looks like this was something that was hard for you. It looks like it's a behavior that's difficult for you to keep under control. Four of Pentacles. Maybe it's like, you know, a self-protective behavior. Okay. Four of Pentacles. For the Four of Pentacles, we've got the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. You know what I see? I see a lot of like holding back, blocking. You know, I see a lot of, you know, unnecessary arguing. And I see somebody with the Hanged Man here coming up twice. I see someone dragging their feet. Now, Scorpio, if you feel like this is flipped, go ahead and flip it. Maybe the universe is telling you that during this transit, you're going to look at this behavior in a relationship and say, I don't want it. And for others of you, this is your behavior. Okay. And if it is, that's okay. You know, if you want to change this behavior, go ahead and change it, because it doesn't look like it's, you know, it doesn't look like you're getting anywhere here. You're, in fact, what you're doing, if this is you behaving this way, what you're doing is stressing yourself out. No one wants to be in Nine of Swords energy. Good morning, Haley. Welcome. It's so good to see you. The Hanged Man. Yeah, we've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse is like, you know, the behavior of, you know, should I put effort into this? Like you probably kind of weren't putting effort or seeing something as a long-term, you know, with a long-term capability, when it probably did have that. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, because now all of a sudden that this person, you know, because there's a Queen of Swords here. You could be dealing with a Libra, but now that this person has put a boundary up, now it looks like you got the Wheel of Fortune up right. You know what I'm saying? Empress. Yeah. Now you might be really dealing with a Libra. That's Taurus, Libra energy. Now all of a sudden it looks like you're very excited about something and you're feeling like, damn, I really want this to work. Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. So you got two cards for the Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Somebody is leaving you out in the cold and running away from you, and you don't like it. If this is flipped, Scorpio, flip it. But what this is telling me is that this transit is going to illuminate for you a type of behavior that you've been doing or tolerating. Okay. We want to say it that this might be something you notice in your partner, that you're like, okay, this has to change. This can't keep going on like this, because all it's doing is putting me in the drag your feet, push people away, you know, nothing's going to happen and I'm stressed out type of energy. And, you know, nobody wants that. Okay. So, you know, let's see. What is the advice here? What is the advice for my Scorpianas? Okay, it's interesting. We got the magician reversed while I was flipping it. Okay, but it didn't land. Okay, that might be saying, you know, first of all, have confidence, Scorpio. It didn't fall out, but you know, have confidence either to walk away or to change, and also try not to manipulate or control the situation too much, or don't allow somebody else to do that. Okay, what Scorpiana? What do you need? What's your advice? Ooh, trust your intuition. Maybe shut your mouth a little bit. We got the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords here. Listen, my sister's a Scorpio, okay? And let me tell you, her mouth, okay? Her mouth is too hot, okay? Too damn hot. Them Scorpiana, them get mouth, them get words. High Priestess. Yeah, make love, not war. You know, like your intuition even is telling you, you know, like that this is right. You know, this might be a soulmate connection. And what the energy that I'm getting here too is to, like, you know, embrace your feminine side, be thoughtful, use your intuition. Six of Cups. It looks like there could be a reconciliation here, but something has to change. Six of Cups, Nine of Swords, and then the World card wanted to come out. Sort of like stop worrying, stop stressing, stop overthinking. A lot of this behavior that I'm seeing here is a result of overthinking, like, you know, and then that result that leads to consequently leads to like a lack of confidence because you're overthinking and maybe projecting feelings that aren't there on another person. Okay. So maybe like an example of that is like, oh, she can't love me like that. You know, there's no way, she's not serious. And so then you're like, okay, well, if this person's not serious and they're treating me like they are, they're playing with me, so I'm going to play with them too. But the person's actually serious about you. So have that confidence, you know? All right, one more for the Nine of Swords, please. Nine of Swords. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Make something new happen. Something new can happen here if you just get out of that mindset. Okay, my lovely Scorpianas. All right, we are moving on to Taurus, okay? Taurus in the house. Drop a line in the comments if you're a Taurus. Those of you that are watching on, hey, Raisha, today's your birthday. You Libra? Oh my God, I definitely am going to pull a card for you, love, okay? Do you say Raisha or Raisha? Let me say your name properly. Welcome and happy birthday. Yes, I would love to pull a card for you, okay? Da-na-na-na-na-na. I wave at the sun. I wave, I wave. Let me know what signs are in here. Hey, Ren, welcome back. Oh, I don't know, Ren. But you know what? Aquarius is coming up, and I bet your reading will come up. Whenever you guys show up in the live and you know, like you're present in the chat, I feel like the story that comes out from the tarot cards like connects to you. So stay right there. Aquarius King, oh, you're Guyanese. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Us Guyanese, you know, we be looking good. Thank you.